the iris.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to say this before the video actually starts. One, thank you so much Deathside for getting in on this and being part of our Candid this week. Thank you Joel for always taking your time to be able to be with us on Saturdays. And if anybody else wants to do this, we always do this every Saturday between 6 to 8. If you want in on a Candid and you want to answer some questions with us and just have some fun, if we can get 6 people that I know to go through Candid, we won't even just do a regular Candid. We'll run through a whatever the relevant raid is, and we'll do an entire Candid raid. But I just wanted to thank everybody. Sorry that this Candid is so late. We did record this on Saturday, but I thought I lost the footage. It got kind of sketchy. And then all of a sudden, whenever I was uploading all the files that I needed to my server, boom, it appeared. So that's a good thing. So once again, sorry everybody that this is coming out late. Thank you, you two wonderful guys that did this with me. And without further ado, we'll just jump right in. Hey, you crazy internet people. This is Forever Your Guru AJ speaking. We've got Joel with us today, and we've got a very special guest, Deathside. You may not know who Deathside is because, one, we've never mentioned him before. But what it is Deathside is the guy who designed our banner, our watermark, and our new intro. So we have a lot of thanks for him. He's pretty awesome.
I try.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're a good guy. Death is also a very solid Destiny player, and I've been playing with Death, gosh, since year 1 sometime, huh? It's been that long.
Sometimes in year 1.
Yeah, we picked up around
the
there.
glass.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was in the vlogs for sure. Wow, do I even have the right character? I don't know, guys. But Joel, you can take it away from here, man.
Alright. Guys, we're going to be discussing stuff about Destiny 2, things about the new Prey that's coming out, and stuff concerning, you know, Ice Poseidon and that whole incident, as well as the new 2DS that Nintendo recently released. So let's start off with the easy stuff. Let's get the 2DS out of the way.
2DS.
Pretty much, it's a 3DS that's $50 cheaper and doesn't do 3D.
Yay for getting rid of the useless crap!
Yeah, no one really used the 3D function on the 3DS that much.
Sir, I used it for all of about 15 minutes.
Like I said.
Yeah.
it caused headaches, and a lot of times the 3D was just, you had to be at the right angle.
Janky.
I know that they put the adaptive screen in, so where
all the adaptive screen did was let you oh, how do I put it? It adapted to where your eyes were as long as you didn't move once it adapted. So, like, if you kept moving around... Oh, it was horrible. Yeah, it's bad. It wasn't a good thing.
But,
I've never
really doing
I haven't downloaded Nintendo anything like since GameCube basically, because everything else after that I just wasn't crazy about.
Oh, dude, the Switch! I'm enjoying that thing so much.
Oh yeah, the Switch is pretty cool.
I've been kind of curious about the Switch. I'm not gonna lie.
It's one hell of a handheld. I don't know how I feel about it necessarily as a console, but as a handheld, it is the king.
The Wii U. It did right.
Yeah. I think it's really cool. Yeah, but Joel and I got into the whole Nintendo scene again back because we just wanted to do some Pokemon. We hadn't done Pokemon in a long time, so yeah, that's right. Joel and I did Pokemon.
That's being nerd.
I've actually been kind of curious about the new Zelda that came out for the Switch.
Well, it's really
Nothing but
good.
good things about it.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's it really does hold its own as an open world RPG. I think it does a wonderful job. I definitely have to give props to Nintendo for getting that right, because they definitely could have gotten it wrong. Oh my gosh, could they have gotten it wrong? Jeez, could they have gotten that wrong? Hey guys, I just realized that I need to get my sunrise bounty, I think. Do I?
Oh, you're doing.
Well, I've never gotten an icebreaker stage. Hey, remember it's specialist, so you can just go up to these guys and go boom, and they die.
Or they
Yeah,
go
I
boom
don't-
on
I
you.
don't-
Holy
I
crap!
don't
I
like
almost
to
forgot.
that close to the ones that go boom.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm cheating. I've got invective, so I'm making my own memory. Wow, I'm making my own memory, guys. No, I'm making my own ammo
That's
here.
always a good thing to do.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I just have whatever I had yesterday.
Pretty much, right? That's pretty much how I do most of it.
Yeah, I was trying to do a solo nightfall video, but I failed miserably.
Aw. You heard it here, guys. Death side fails. Miserable.
It's to be expected when you play with me.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
horrible.
back to the
Oh.
the 2DS
Talking about failing
same
miserably.
size screen as the 3DS, both top and bottom.
It does,
Really
right?
nice
Yeah,
thing
it's
is
the
they
exact
do-
same thing, just minus 3D.
The nice thing is now you can actually fold up your 2DS and take it with you without
Oh,
having to.
You're the only one left, Joel.
Oh my God, I need something else a lot.
Hey, kill that thing
Take
before
those
you try to
ones.
pick me up, Joel, or you're just gonna die.
That's
Never
bad.
mind. That's what I got killed from. I ran back here for safety and forgot that there's an actual turret back here now.
Rune's clear. We're through.
Rescue. To the rescue.
Alright. Yeah, so yeah, you can fold it up now, which is great, because it used to just be a two-screened brick that you could use as an anti-theft device if someone came up to you.
Yeah, it was non-pocket friendly.
No. No, it was such an awkward piece of machinery. It was ridiculous. I mean, it looked like the thing that you gave to your little brother so that he would leave your stuff alone, but it was never going to be any good. It's just like, here, play on this. But it sucks. Yeah, but you're not playing on mine. Pretty much what it used to be. But, I don't know. I really don't know how many people are going to buy into it, though. Seriously, Joel.
With the Switch being just released earlier this year.
Well, the Switch being released and the fact that most people already own a 3DS.
Yeah, 3DS, new 3DS, something like that, yeah.
I mean, if you've
Well,
got a
I'm not gonna be
3DS,
playing
there's really
those.
no reason to go, oh, well, let me get the same thing minus 3D now that you can turn off
Yeah,
anyway.
there's no point.
Yeah. Yeah. So, some people will probably upgrade. There's always kids breaking their 3DSs anyway, so parents will see $50 cheaper and just jump on that for sure.
You'd think I'd be used to that by now.
And
Or the
all those
upgrade,
Pokemon
it's not
people,
upgrade.
they don't have any choice but to stay on 3DS, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll get one for the Switch. When that happens, I bet you, I guarantee you, you're gonna see Switch sales just go through the aching roof. Not that they haven't been doing good already. Oh my god, setting records and
It'd be
everything.
awesome if the whole 3DS library went to the Switch.
There's some
mean,
rumors
they
that
do
that'll
that.
happen when they finally retire the 3DS. But they won't do it now because they don't want the competition between them. Or they do want competition between them because they would pretty much be non-competition, you know, once you gave the ability to just have a 3DS right there.
Well, that's
But the
thing, at
entire
moment,
library
nobody
will
has
never
much of a
be
competition.
ported over because a lot of the DS titles have to have touch in a dual screen type of format, which doesn't work out very well in the Switch's single screen type of thing.
Especially
I didn't
when you
think
play
about
the
that.
Switch with the controllers or the Joy-Cons detached from the system.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, I could hope that it would all work out, but it would be a very awkward situation if you had to have one of those games that did the multiple switching of the screens, and you'd have to split it up on one screen, and both of those two screens that were okay sized now become really, really tiny to fit on one regular screen. So, I mean, you know.
I'm pretty sure they could work around that if they do like a port.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
If you have to hitch a
Oh,
ride
it
on
wouldn't be the
tomb
first
ship,
time
Guardian.
that
I
they've
need
done
you in
something
those
like
summoning
that.
pits.
Or release some peripheral or something like that.
Yeah. So, what else we got, Joel?
Let's go on to Prey 2.
Prey? Prey 2?
Not Prey 2, but the
Prey The much better one. Guys, if you don't know, Prey is a survival horror first-person shooter game that came out quite a few years back, and has gotten a lot of life breathed into it in the past couple of months because a little company called Bethesda decided to pick up another company and publish it. Totally brand new, different story plot, same aliens, come to find out. But total overhaul to the engine and everything, and it looks pretty solid. So what do you guys think about Prey?
From what I've seen so far, I haven't played the demo personally, but good lord, it looks like it's going to be one heck of a fun game.
Yeah, yeah.
It really does look like a blend between what people have been saying, Half-Life, BioShock,
Okay,
and
we're doing this. We're really doing this?
what's it called? Deus Ex.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think it'll be really awesome altogether. What do you think, Def?
From what I played on the demo, I had fun with it. I personally think the whole idea they had before this one, because the Prey 2 was the thing before this recent Prey, and I think their previous idea was much better. You get abducted, you get taken to an alien planet, you were basically a slave or something like that, I think. And eventually, you know, you work out your bounty, and then you become some kind of badass space bounty hunter doing jobs for different kinds of aliens.
In this one, you essentially have memory loss of some sort or another. You have to kind of piece together.
Kinda. They're continuously testing on you, repeatedly, to be able to get you to be able to use the alien modifications that they're doing. But for some reason, up to a certain point, it just wasn't working on you. So every day, they would make you relive the same day, like some type of twisted Groundhog Day, until they got the settings right. And in the demo, you find out that that's exactly what's happening, because you how does it work? The aliens start attacking things, and then you go back to sleep because they decided to put you to sleep right before the aliens attack. And you wake up and someone helps you break out. You know, basic, oh my god, you're on your own now because everything went to hell. There's a couple of stray people out there trying to help you go through some things. And stab needles in your eyes so that you get more and more abilities.
Lots of that. Good lord.
Yeah, there's lots. But at the same time,
that made no sense to me though.
What, the modification system?
Why does it have to be your eye? Yeah, like why does?
I think it makes a lot of sense because they're looking for the awe and shock. You know, because what's creepier than having to stick a needle in your freaking eye to be able to get the ability to lift things heavier? Because technically, yeah, you could have probably easily just stabbed that anywhere. Like an insulin shot, just stick it in your stomach and keep going.
Well, I guess it would have been way too much like BioShock if they did.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what the eye. Now that I think about it.
Right, and I made that correlation in the little video. You know, my first thoughts on Prey. A lot of it is like BioShock in some instances. I think the story is really solid though, and boy, do they go through a lot to make a backstory for this thing. It's insane.
Oh yeah, there is a lot of lore if you actually do look for it.
Oh yeah. Guys, if you don't know and you're gonna pick up Prey, every single computer in the game is a real working computer, and you can walk up to it and catch different people's emails that they were sending, kind of like Fallout and Fallout New Vegas and number 4 and all that kind of stuff. You're gonna be able to get all that extra lore in there, and that's pretty freaking sweet. And I'm really happy that they decided to take the that stance that, you know, each computer is its own personal thing, and so some of them have different messages that other ones don't. You know how, like, in some games that they didn't put a lot of effort into, you go to 50 different computers and every freaking computer is the same message? You know?
Yeah.
That's just, oh god, that's so annoying.
Congratulations on...
Yeah, congratulations on you being able to break the blah blah blah. Oh, is Frank free on Saturday night? Ooh. You know, different crap later. So, yeah.
I'm on straight survival mode here.
Yeah. Okay, so what else we got? We got Prey and... Prey... Oh, Destiny 2.
Destiny 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How could we forget about it?
Right, how can we forget the game
We
where...
didn't forget. We're just trying
Yeah.
to save awesome stuff for later.
Pretty much, man. So, invites have gone out. We didn't get one. We're not good enough. None of us. We don't have people that
I
love
don't know what
us
you
yet.
guys are talking about.
You so didn't get one, and you damn well know you didn't. Don't lie to people.
I don't
Don't
have
be-
one, but I live close enough. I'll just sneak in.
Right, yeah.
He's gonna go lurk.
I'm gonna lurk outside. Maybe someone will feel sorry for me. Maybe someone will catch a disease, and I'll just come in there.
Go in there. No
There you go.
NDA.
Sounds like a nice
My name is
I don't know.
Cactus. You're not Cactus. You don't even have a beard. I'm Cactus, damn it.
Safe. Well,
No, but yeah. So Destiny 2, it's a real, it's a real thing. Obviously, we've been knowing that for a while, but it becomes a little more real when a whole bunch of our brethren in the YouTube end up getting invites to go to Bungie and play for what they know could be unlimited time on the game. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be handheld the entire time, like, you know, like a beta or something like that. That they're only gonna be able to get to a certain part. They're only gonna be able to do certain things or something to that effect. But still, no matter if that's the case, they actually get to record their entire time playing on it. I'm so jealous. Yeah, I'm so jealous. I mean, you know.
You guys
I'm
think we'll
fairly
probably
certain.
be getting an alpha today, like they did for the
No.
first Destiny?
No. I'm almost positive there won't be an
100%
alpha.
Doubt that,
Yeah.
yeah, 100% doubt that there's gonna be an alpha. And
Yeah,
as far as what the YouTubers are actually gonna get to go and check out and stuff, I'm fairly certain that it's not gonna be anything super amazing. You're not gonna be able to get to max light or any of the in-game stuff at all. I mean, that would just ruin the whole experience for everybody.
Yeah, but
It'll most
yeah,
likely
I'm not
be
even
the
sure
beta
if the
we're getting.
real first opening cinematic will even be there. I'm pretty sure it won't be, because I mean, if you give away all your secrets, no one's gonna want to go to the movie. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of one of those
Kind of
deals.
like the whole what was that movie called? Soylent Green.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What is the secret to Soylent Green? They tell you inside the trailer.
Ugh. Yeah.
Spoilers, it's people.
Right. Yeah, it's really disgusting. But so yeah, it's coming out. We've got some people that are going to be playing it. Some of the rumors that I've heard is that opening cinematics won't be there. Almost all cutscenes won't be there, but there will be at least a 95% finished, finalized first open world that they can walk through, and PvP. That they'll be able to do some testing on certain weapons and different things like that that they'll be able to use. Probably some teasers on the new archetype of weapons, if that's even a new thing. It's kind of hard since Destiny, yes, it's really fantasy. We know that. But it's still grounded in reality. All of the weapons that we shoot, except for the fusion rifles, are pretty much real weapons. You know, so it's...
Technically have fusion rifles if you consider a couple of experimental things that the military is working on.
Yeah, but railguns, I mean, holy crap, dude. They're one of those types of deals where you literally have to have a tank behind you with battery power. It's not really something that we have in a handheld thing to be able to do most of that fusion rifle type of stuff. But yeah, but gosh, what am I trying to say here? It's not really something that you can change up, you know. I mean, what new weapons could they add? They've already got a machine gun. They've already got auto rifles. They've already got
Swords.
swords, yeah. I mean, I didn't even think swords would ever be a thing for us to have here, but we have them. We even have pistols in the thing of sidearms. You know, I mean, what could they add? You know, any thoughts, Death, on new weapon types that they could add?
I'm literally like trying to think what could they add, but
Yeah, I mean,
pretty much have everything. I mean,
right. Besides like drones. Here, guys, taking the UAV.
Now here's the thing that that I'm hoping that they add. It's probably not going to ever be in there, but modifiable weapons, similar to what you would see in oh shoot, it was an older game, but you were able to pick up, essentially it was a scout rifle, and you could modify it into a auto rifle or into
Well, you have that.
kind of like what they did with
It's the
what's that
Kustov.
exotic?
It's the
Yeah, kind of
Kustov.
like what they did with that one, but
Yeah.
actual parts that you add on that change the way the weapon functions completely instead of just picking perks.
Well, yeah. Well, the Kustov changes completely. You stick it on there, it's a
does,
different
but all
weapon.
you're doing is just picking perks.
Yeah.
It'd be really neat to run around with, you know, weapons that were completely player customized based on what you felt at that moment you wanted.
kind of like the Division.
Yeah, it would be more like the Division. I could see that actually happening with this new system, just because they're going to have a lot more RAM and different things available to them. I don't know if it's going to happen, just because that kind of makes it harder for them to be able to regulate and modify the PvP part of things. That's also why it works so well in the Division, because PvP... Tell me if I'm wrong here, Death, but the PvP in Division was pretty much almost the exact same thing as the regular game, right? Except that you could go rogue on some people also, right?
Yes,
I mean,
basically,
you're still pretty
I don't
much
think
going
any
against
of
the
the weapon
computer,
stats
right?
or anything changed between
Yeah.
the PvE and PvP
Okay, yeah.
scenario.
Good enough, yeah. I didn't think they
Honestly,
did, I just couldn't remember. Oh well. I
That's
don't
what
want
that's if we
weapons.
get actual bows we could use in the game.
That'd be neat.
That would be pretty cool.
Like elemental bows.
Maybe bows
I would
are,
totally
or
think
if we
about it.
still have our bow, because remember, there's the rumor, and the opening trailer said a world without light. So, if we keep the same archetypes, you know, of Hunter, Titan, and Warlock, and if we keep the subclasses as the first subclasses that we have, as our, what are they called for everybody?
Oh, the Night
Void-
Stalker,
Yeah.
or are you talking about the original subclass?
No, not the original subclasses. What we have now
Okay,
as our third subclasses.
Okay, so Night Stalker for Hunter,
Right.
Sunbreakers for Titan, and
Yeah, what is the other one? Electrify guy.
Stormcaller, right?
Stormcaller.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if we get to keep those, because none of those actually come from the Traveler, right? Night Stalkers pulled directly from the Void. Stormcallers called directly from a storm of electricity that is almost eternal on Venus. And Sunbreakers actually pull from Sol, which is our sun itself. So if we had those, and we got to keep our bow, how cool would it be if you could modify your bow to shoot with either different types of elements or different type of ballistics? Because that's not making crap up. We have that now. We have tips that have grenades on the end of them. We have tips that have pyro. We have tips that literally, you know, they cause bleeding damage more and all that kind of stuff. How cool would that be if we could
Flechette
actually...
rounds.
Huh?
Flechette rounds.
Yeah. What's the one where you shoot it and it literally explodes like a mini MIRV, a mini MIRV? Like you shoot the arrow and then about 50 feet after it goes, the tip of it explodes into like 100 little steel shots. And I mean, holy crap, man! You got a shotgun and a
I know
bow.
what you're talking about, but I don't know what.
Did he know that was a
actually
thing?
called.
Yeah, dude. Some of these things,
only
and
seen
these
it
are
in-
all real. You know, none of these things that I'm saying are anything fake. And I mean, we got a bow. You would think that somebody would figure that out, but right now we don't have a real bow. You know, I understand it's just void energy, so I can see why it's not really something that you could just, you know, say, hey, void energy, I want you to turn into fire, you know. But if we had bows, that'd be something pretty neat. That'd be something pretty cool. Did anyone hear any of the rumors? Huh? Say it again.
I think we're going to probably harvest the light from our enemies because they feed on light themselves. So.
Right, all the darkness feeds on light. Yep. Yep. I'd keep a nice little thrall next to me at all times and just pimp slap it every once in a while and suck down its light. Yep.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would.
That happened.
Thrall, feed me. No, but did anyone hear any of the rumors about how large Destiny 2 is supposed to be? Because I had heard somewhere along the line that they were going to definitely be blurring more of the lines between areas to the point where there would even be settlement areas inside of the open world. So you could kind of just walk in almost like it would be an MMO. Because in a lot of MMOs, at a certain point, enemies just stop following you, and that is a social area. You know, and then boom, there's people that load in and all kinds of other stuff. And if they did something like that, I would definitely I wouldn't scoff at that. I think that would be good, and I think it could also help with a lot of the immersion problems that people have with Destiny. Because, dear God, you want to do anything different, and you have to go to orbit, and then once you go to orbit, then you have to go to orbit again for some reason to join with people. And then from there, you have to go to orbit again to take off, to go to orbit, to go in orbit around somewhere else, and then go to whatever you want it to do. It's like, holy crap.
On the same planet.
Yeah.
Just
Right,
imagine
so
just going
to
to different social spaces.
Oh, man, dude,
Different
that'd be
planets.
so nice. Yeah, it'd be so great if that happens.
And,
I hope it does.
Yeah, but basically, just think about it, like, going to different social spaces in different planets, and each planet have their own archetype of weapons or armor that you actually want to go for, so lots of
You know it, dude.
exploring.
Oh, I would love it. Like, I'm so pumped. This new system that they say that they're building the game on is supposed to be a lot easier, a lot more inviting for developers to program for. So they're talking about not little add-on missions every 6 months now, and then maybe one big expansion a year. They're talking about add-on missions every like 2 or 3 weeks, because it's almost like Doom with their whole click and grab system to be able to design new levels and everything. And if that's the case, boy, I can really see what Phil Spence said, the head of gaming for Microsoft here in America. He said that he sees Destiny being a game that can be played, or Destiny 2 being a game that can be played for 6 to 7 years at a time.
Oh.
Like, for each expansion going forward, if it's like what he's seen for Destiny 2.
So they're really shooting for that.
I think they are. I think that's what they ultimately wanted for Destiny 1, but they realized really fast that their system just wasn't going to be able to do it. And they kind of... I don't know.
Yeah, the old consoles were really holding it back.
Right, right. Okay, so let's finish off with this. Really big question. Take as long as you need to think about it. What do you honestly think now that Destiny is starting to wrap up? Destiny 1, that is. Do you think Destiny 1 was a good game? I don't care how you describe it. Do you think Destiny 1 was a good game? If you want to take it from, do you think it was a good game on the PvP and then PvE side? If you want to take it as a whole game in general, I don't care. Your thoughts. What do you think?
Alright, that's like, what do you think? Go ahead.
I think Destiny has been an amazing game. It was just very poorly executed. The reason I think it's an amazing game is because I could see where they were trying to go with it, but they just weren't able to execute that that immersion or the lore, or like we were all expecting Destiny to be like this massive open world where you could just fly your ships and explore all these worlds and level up and gain like all these different kinds of armors, kind of like Borderlands, like with some crazy amount of armors and weapons.
Right. Didn't we think that it was supposed to be some type of awesome first time that they did an MMO right on a console with Borderlands and Halo thrown in? That's what I was promised.
At first. Yeah.
Wasn't that what we were all promised? I don't know.
Pretty
Well,
much, yes.
until the alpha.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Until we actually saw the game.
But I could
yeah.
definitely see where they wanted to go with it, so I am very excited for Destiny 2.
All right, Joel. What do you
I
think?
hope that Destiny 2 does a lot better than Destiny 1.
Yeah.
I'm one of those players that played it since the alpha, and I don't think it turned out to be that great of a game.
Okay.
Probably they did good in PvP, but I'm not a PvP player, so I honestly can't give a real opinion of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Every time that they would fix something for PvP, it would break something in PvE, and I
That's
can't for the
pretty
life of
much
me
to their broken
understand
system that they
why.
designed. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Along with all the myriad of bugs, and not only strikes, but the raids as well. The only thing that didn't really seem to have bugs is their story mode. Which,
Which
you're
we
just going
only
in
play
there
once.
Right.
doing a
Unless
couple of
it's
things
for the
a
book.
handful of times.
Yeah. Complete 6 story mode missions, but there's only 4. I guess you gotta do one of them twice. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I guess that brings it up to me. I'm kind of in the middle of both of y'all. I don't think Destiny was a bad game. I really honestly don't. For what we paid for Destiny, I expected more, truthfully. Because if you were a first adopter, meaning that you didn't wait for any of these packs that had everything put together in it, you're in well over $200 now into Destiny?
Easily over that.
Okay.
Easily.
I can name a lot of franchises that I can get for way less if I bought everything when it came out. That cost me less than $200 that I can think gave me a better experience than Destiny. That same, opposite side of the same coin, I still think Destiny did a lot of things great. No matter how frustrating it is to get in a group of a bunch of yokos that just don't know what they're doing in a raid, the ability that Destiny had to make a close-knit team out of perfect strangers sometimes, I haven't found a game that really does that very well yet besides Destiny, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it had its built-in chat and all that kind of stuff. There are some MMOs out there, but I won't put Destiny into an MMO. It's really not. Maybe
It doesn't
Destiny
have a
2 will
player-based
be.
economy.
Huh?
It doesn't have a player-driven economy. So it cannot
Even
be
even
classified
so,
as an MMO.
it's still missing so much else to be considered a real MMO, you know. But yeah, it definitely doesn't have its own player-driven economy. Graphics, I think it was great. I only played Destiny on the PS4. I played a little bit on Xbox One. I actually have an Xbox One and play some games on it, and picked up Destiny when it got really cheap. But on the current gen consoles, it looks great for what it is. I still would have loved to have seen it in 60 frames a second. I know why they didn't do it, because early on, the regular consoles, not the pro consoles and all that kind of stuff, could not pull 60 frames a second and keep the game running smooth. I totally understand why. You know, I mean, you design a game not for the future on a console. You design a game for what you have now. So, you know, something tells me Bungie didn't know that 2 years after they designed Destiny that, you know, Sony and Microsoft would get an itch in their pants and come out with another version of each one of their consoles that was better than what they had before. So upgradability really wasn't in their minds, and I can totally understand why they didn't decide to try to upgrade it now. I think strikes are solid. I think strikes are fun. I think that way because in a strike, you really don't need to count too much on somebody being perfect 100% of the time. I think they fail a lot in raids. At the same reason why I think they succeed a lot in raids. Having that close-knit team there, that's pretty cool. at the same time, having a close-knit team and having someone that sucks on it really, really bad is just horrifying, because you know at that certain point in time that either you're going to have to quit out on that team or you're going to be there forever and never get it done. Ugh, so bad. So
I've made a lot of friends on Destiny, but I've also
made a lot of enemies and people that you never want to talk to again. Yes.
Yep.
Death, I think that's the same way for all of us, and that's just how this game goes. So altogether, with everything that we've got, I give Destiny, truthfully, just being honest, a 6.5 out of 10. Where it is now, I give it an 8 out of 10. But life cycle altogether, I give it a 6.5. I don't excuse the fact the way a game is now as an excuse for what it took them 2.5 years to finally make this game right now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's no excuse for how much they jacked the crap out of this game over the past 2.5 years. I mean, like, they had some really solid stuff and then pulled it out. And then started getting all finicky with PvP. And I totally understand the needing to change the meta in PvP. I really wish that they would have somehow been able to figure out how not to jack around with the meta all the time in PvE. Because that's not how you do player versus environment. Player versus environment isn't supposed to change. You know, it's just not how it works. But
Unless
that weapon is the Gallahorn.
Changes.
Unless that weapon is the Gallahorn. Gallahorn was cheating from the beginning. We all know it. I loved it. I got it right at the beginning. Joel never got it. It was horrible.
Yeah.
But I got it. It was fun.
Took a while for that.
Oh my gosh. I still remember the first time I got Gallahorn. It wasn't even under my freaking account. It was under my wife's account. I ran her through Atheon, and she got it as a drop with the Mythoclast, with the helmet, from the first time that she beat Atheon. Oh,
I know. I was there.
I know.
I didn't get mine till House of Wolves.
I cried a little bit inside. I got mine the next week, though. And then I got 5 of them. And Joel still
I got mine when Year 3 launched.
Yeah, you did.
My year 1. My year 1, I'm saying.
Yeah. Isn't that when everyone got it?
No. Everybody got a Year 3 version.
Everyone got
And
a
they-
Year 1 version a week before. A week before it launched.
Oh, it was due to a bug. I think it was.
It still didn't matter. No, it wasn't due to a bug. Everyone got a blue Ingram, and in that blue Ingram, it turned into the Gallahorn. Like, everybody
No,
that
was not
took
mine.
that blue Ingram from the Postmaster turned into the Gallahorn.
That was not mine.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Mine
It
came
wasn't
from-
guaranteed Gallahorn because I got a
Yeah.
Hawk Moon, but I know what you're talking about
Oh,
now.
okay.
Mine
Well, I
came
pulled
from
the
the Vault of Glass.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. But you know what,
Little
guys?
Year 1 Vault of Glass.
This has been Candid with Forever Your Guru, AJ, and
Hello.
Joel,
Not done.
and Deathsight. Guys, you want to sign off?
Yeah, we're not done. We have to talk about this problem that's occurring.
Oh, crap. Are you talking about the Twitch problem?
Yeah, we have to discuss this, man.
Fine. Okay, so let me just spin this off on how this happened. Okay, we had a guy, Ice Poseidon. This guy is kind of shrouded in turmoil as his life goes anyway, but what ended up happening is Ice Poseidon was on a live Twitch stream. He decided to let his very trollish, douchey audience know exactly which airport and what time he was taking off, and then signed off and went to, get on the plane. So he's on the plane now. And all of a sudden, a SWAT team comes out of nowhere, rips him off the
After they
plane.
land.
Yeah. Huh? No, what?
Oh yeah, it's after they land at the destination.
Oh, there you go. Even better. So they're waiting for his butt now. And they take him off the plane, they put him down, and I think he spent quite a few hours in interrogation. And then come to find out, at the end of it, his reward for being set up by somebody is that Twitch decided to do what, Joel?
They permanently banned his account.
There you go. So he has no longer got any following on Twitch. So that kind of helps, because pretty much all he had was, or a lot of what he had were trolls. that just love to cause trouble. Now, I don't know. I'm gonna save my opinion on this till last, but I will say one thing: he's no angel. He was also one of the first people to introduce the text to speech on his channel, and continuously let his population of trolls just continuously lay down the N-word in any form, in any fashion that they wanted to. And the reason he did it is because he kept getting more followers. He kept getting more hating followers, which kept giving him more and more money because they just loved watching people insult other people because of nationality and color. It got so bad that Twitch had to send some cease and desist messages to him, at which point he had to start filtering all that kind of stuff out, which took him a while, but he eventually ended up getting most of the phrases that his trolls were trying to use off. And then at that point, he ended up having to go different routes to be able to do some shock and awe stuff to be able to get more and more people. Guys, what do you think about society and just leading us down that path? I mean, like, okay, I know Deathsight has his own channel, and at the end of this, Deathsight, give a shout out to your channel and all that kind of good stuff. But you as a content creator also, would you go that route? Would you just sell out if it meant that you were going to make money, even though it puts you kind of on the knife's edge of if you would get shut down or not? Or do you think that it's just inherently wrong to be able to do that and incite that type of anger and rage in people? I don't know. You know, I know I kind of gave you a very jaded question there, but
Absolutely not. Me personally, I really do not like that kind of attention, and I do not ever want to be known for that kind of, to be, you know, that kind of person.
right.
Like, the gain is not worth, you know, the what you will have to deal with in your everyday life, and because for all we know, the guy could be a really nice dude, like the most awesomest guy ever, and yet people perceive him as this, you know, asshole, racist piece of shit that's just trolling out in the internet, though. But he was just basically doing it for the money or whatever.
Well, okay, pause right there. Doesn't that make you a racist piece
Yeah,
of...
you are still douchebag for.
All right, yeah,
You know,
because
like,
I'm just saying, like,
he
what
might
you
not-
allow on your
what I'm saying
channel...
is he might not be as bad as people make him to see, but he's just doing it for the money. But either way, like, it's like I am totally against that kind of behavior, or
Yeah.
or any spread of hate or racism or whatnot. I'm
Right.
totally opposed to any of that.
You know, playing devil's advocate, I can see where he's coming from. I can't see going to the ends that he did, especially at the beginning. But I see where he's coming from. I mean, if my family's got to eat and I find out the magic trick that makes money show up on my table, it's definitely something that a lot of people have fallen victim to. I haven't. Blackjack hasn't. But
I have.
a lot of people have, right? I mean, you sell out. You sell out because you need that money. You want that money. You know, I mean, how many of us are in jobs we don't like because we found out that it paid money, like a lot of money, you know? I mean, holy crap. I can't even talk to how much that was, you know? I was very fortunate.
Money can make you do crazy things.
Oh, what? Yeah, yeah. Like, I was in business management until one day I became disabled. But I used to run very large box businesses like Best Buys and Circuit Cities and different things like that before. And I loved my job because I was around technology all the time and I was able to speak into people's lives and help them achieve something. Because I was back in the days where some of us were even still getting paid on commission. So the better they were, the happier they were. And it was pretty fun to be able to do those types of things. But I know so many pencil pushers out there and people that have to slog through 4 feet of mud to deliver fish to people. Those guys don't always like their jobs, you know? But why do they do it? The money in their pockets. And I can see the same way. you know, you end up selling your soul for the almighty dollar. I don't agree with it, but I can see where it came from. Joel, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I really don't agree with the things he was allowing his channel to do, the way he was going about doing things, and I do see what he was trying to do. I mean, even Facebook is undergoing similar things right now with their
Yeah.
Facebook Live and stuff like that.
Sure.
It's just what society wants. Society wants to be connected to people at all times. And for some dumb reason, we think that knowing what some random person is doing because they have a camera is entertaining. So, people...
Yeah, well, you know, in all honesty, Joel and I have fallen victim to that crap. You know, we have open boxes on our channels because we know some people enjoy seeing some of those special items that maybe they wanted to be able to get but they couldn't afford, so they can watch opening those things. Also, you know, totally sad telling on what we're going to do in the future. No remorse about it. Joel and I are going to do a special video. It won't be out till the end of August because we're not going to get there until the beginning or middle of August, I think. But Joel and I are going to Vegas.
It'll be out, yeah,
And
it'll be out in
we
September.
are going to visit almost all of the places in real life that we can get to that were in Fallout New Vegas. And I have a drone and a GoPro and a 4K camera, and we're going to fly above all those areas, and we're going to take pictures and film, and we're going to put it together so that you can actually see what the video game of Fallout New Vegas has you believe that some of these places were, and then what actually exists in life today. I did that tour with my wife and I. We kind of designed it and went around and found all these places the last time we went to Vegas, and it's pretty remarkable. Like, I'll just let you guys know now that the doctor, that there is a place called Good Springs. There is a doctor that lives there. No, he is not a medical doctor. He's a dentist. But there is a doctor. And there is actually a bar there. And there was a jukebox, except that they broke down and sold the thing for $14,000 to somebody because they wanted the jukebox that they saw in Fallout New Vegas in their house. So,
That's insane.
yeah, it's crazy, right? They still sell shirts. I have a shirt. It says, "Where the hell is Good Springs?" Because the town literally is about 25 miles away from the border of California. But it is literally in the middle of nowhere. You have to take a desert road off to the right and just keep going. And when you get lost, just go a little bit further. That's pretty much the directions on how to get to Good Springs. But all those places are there. Prim actually exists. There is a roller coaster in Prim. It is not wooden. It's kick-ass, and it's metal. But it does go through a hotel, just like it does in the video game. So there's a lot of really cool stuff, and we'll be showing you that type of stuff too. But why would we show you that stuff? Because we think somebody might be interested in it. You know, I mean,
It's also for the people that, you know, can't actually afford to make the trip and to
Yeah.
see all that.
dear God, guys, it's a little pricey. Vegas is not cheap, unfortunately. Booyah! But we got a land yacht.
Speaking of Vegas,
What?
speaking of Vegas, how do you feel about the Vegas casinos starting to switch out some of their slot machines and random things for more skill-based video games?
Oh, I
You
think
didn't hear about that.
I did. I heard a little bit about it. I kind of glossed over it a little bit, but in all honesty, I think it's neat. I think I never think that they'll get rid of all of their luck-based games because there's some people that just want to sit there and mindlessly do those things. But as far as the skill-based games, I think it's amazing. I also know that those skill-based games actually don't pay out as much as the luck-based ones do because you actually could get somebody in there that's really skilled and then you'll pretty much be hitting major scores every single time. But Some people thrive on that, man. I mean, don't we have an entire genre of players which is called speedrunners that literally sit there and they are meticulous to be able to get the fastest time possible to the point where it's almost beyond Twitch reflexes. Like, I see some of these guys play and you might as well turn off the TV. They don't need the TV. They're doing it all off of muscle memory at that point. You know, for some of these guys that end up beating Super Mario World 64. You know, oh, they finally beat that. They beat the record that hadn't been beaten in like 14 years. They finally beat the record for All Stars. Oh my gosh, it's just nuts. Nuts. But I don't know. You got anything else?
That's all the stuff that that we had planned to talk about.
I think so. You got anything to add, Jeff?
Nope.
Nope.
I came in here blindly. I didn't know what I was getting into.
Right, you didn't.
Like,
But okay, so we're gonna sign off. But Death, tell everyone about your channel. Tell them about what you do. Try to take less than 2 minutes, because we're already well over our 30 minutes.
You can follow me at John Deadside or Deadside223 at YouTube or Deadside223 at Twitch. That's
there you go.
About it, man.
What do you do?
We'll be starting. I do a lot of Let's Plays, game guides, fan-made videos, you name it. I experiment with just about everything.
Good enough. Alrighty, guys. Well, you heard it here. Go and follow Deathsight. He's awesome. Longtime friend of us. I would say longtime friend of the channel, but this channel hasn't been around for very long. So,
The founding
just
member.
yeah, just an awesome guy all the way around. Give him some love. So this has been Forever Your Guru, AJ and Joel, signing out. We'll see you in the next one.